Hello, I'm Lucas Batzel, and this is Arjun Nichil, who does location sound and composes for films and video games. I have some questions to ask you about your process and what got you into doing location sound and even recording some of your own films.
Right. So, ever since like when I was 18, I wanted to be a director. But before that, I was a drummer. I still am a drummer, and I play drums. So I was already in the music field as such, right? But I wanted to go into more of a direction. Then I did. Then I went to Berklee College of Music, and I was supposed to study performance and drums, but I'm like, I could do that any time. Why not study something that I wanted to do, which was film composition? So that's one aspect of the film, right? So I'm like, okay, let's do this. So I did film composition and video game score minor, and that's where the whole craze for film kind of started. And since then, I've been doing like short films and composing for video games and stuff. Then I came to Florida and I did my master's in Full Sail for directing, acting, just film in general. So master's in the art of film, and that's when I got into making the short films that you see. So yeah, that's how it all kind of came together, as to speak.
All right, so the first question I had for you is...
Oh, that wasn't the first question? Okay.
First question I have for you is, what gave you some of your inspiration for creating some short films of yours?
Inspiration for short films. Well, one, the short films that I created so far was done when I was studying at Full Sail. Basically, I was just thinking of a topic which is relatable and people can ponder over and think, or something to do with the benefit to society, maybe to educate them, probably, but done in an entertaining fashion. So because of that, I was just thinking of psychological thrillers and stuff like that. And then I kind of researched and I came to know about agoraphobia. It's basically a fear of going outside. So I'm like, oh wow, that is interesting. I wonder what these people face. And then just research on top of that. And I thought, well, let me write a short film based on that. So that's how one of my short films got started. The other one was just a horror thing. So I just wanted to experiment what I can do with lighting and such. So that was my inspiration to make that short film. Again, I wanted to make it something that makes hopefully some sense and not just jump scares. Something that I wonder what that means, so that people can think about it. But yeah, that's basically my inspiration for those two short films I created. There's another short film that I did that I haven't really released that yet.
All right.
That's comedy, so that's totally different.
So the second question I have for you is, what tools do you think helped you the most while creating some of your films?
The tools that I have at my disposal help me in creating the films. Like my first film was with the Canon T7i. That's a photography camera. That's not a video camera. I faced a lot of challenges, but because of just my inner passion to create films, I just used that, whatever I had. And I just thought in this way, if the script is good, then everything else should be kind of cherry on top. So let me get the script strong, and then I'm sure later in my life I can get better gear and stuff. Let me just make a good story, because I know I can do that, and then proceed later. So that's basically my inspiration. Have nothing, so then you can get something.
Yeah. All right. The next question I have for you is, what have you learned from making your films that would have helped you to know before?
That's a long answer, so I'm going to shorten that up. There's a lot of things I learned. One is dealing with people, right? On a film set, especially if you're an introvert, it's kind of difficult to deal with people. I'm kind of in between. So here's one best advice I would give. Have good food on set. You know, when you're starting out, you might not be able to pay them, but try paying them gas money at least. That would be great, right? So good food, gas money, and then if you call them next time, they'll know you will have good food. You know, even if it's free, they're like, hey, I don't have the money yet, but my food is good. So don't just order some random Domino's pizza, get something really good, and I'm sure your crew will appreciate it. Don't be a jerk on set. It's pretty obvious, but you have no idea how some people are. So, you know, just laugh, have some fun, especially if you're doing it for free in the beginning. Make sure you have a good time. You don't want it to be stressful because there's no point because you're doing it for free. So those are very few but huge advice.
The next question I have is, what technical tips would you have for someone trying to make a film of their own?
Okay, this is actually very important nowadays because technology has advanced, and unfortunately, unlike in the olden days where if you're a director, you can like focus on becoming a director, and you'll eventually maybe through people who you know might become a director. Nowadays, it's not like that. You need to learn every single aspect of filmmaking thoroughly as much as possible, right? Or at least learn, you need to know how to handle the camera. You need to know the specs of the camera, basic stuff of the camera. There are some people who just don't know, and they're directors. And you need to learn directing, how to direct people, you know? That's a huge thing. You don't want to be, again, a jerk, right? You want to tell them calmly, educate them. If you don't know what the story is about, then you can't really direct the actors. So know your story well, know what comes next. You should have a clear vision. That's the responsibility of a director. Lighting, you should know at least basic lighting. And the rest, art, I'm terrible at art, but I try my best to just scrap in and get in some stuff in. So basically what I'm saying is you need to have basic fundamental knowledge for every single aspect so that you know how the gears work, and especially editing.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, do it all yourself first, and then hopefully first of all, you'll understand, oh, I'm good at sound, or I'm good at directing, I'm good at camera. 90% people will say they're good at directing, but in the beginning, and it's really difficult to go on that path. If you can, great, but please learn everything.
Yeah. All right. Next thing I have for you is, what steps would you take to help yourself plan, produce, and edit a film?
What steps would I take?
Yeah.
Personally, if you're asking my personal, it's just motivation. I need the motivation to get up and say, you know what, I'm not going to work today. I'm going to work on my film. I'm going to bet on myself. And that's what's going to take me forward. Other than that, I don't think I have any other steps other than the usual technical stuff, again, which is a long list, which you may already know. Yeah, but the motivation factor, that's where,
Important.
like, do I want to make this film? Well, if you're thinking like that, then the audience will also be like, I don't know if I want to see this film, right? But if you're like, yes, this film, I need to make it. And some films, I have that, but it takes time. And if you think about the logistics of it, it might never show up. So I would say just do it. Don't be like me, I guess. Yeah.
So, have you ever felt that during the production of one of your films, you got something exactly how you wanted it? It was just perfect in every way?
No. I'm not there yet because I always think very critical of myself, and even if maybe the scene might be okay, that's good, but then I think, well, that shot could have been a little bit like this, or oh, that camera's color is off because we used 3 different types of camera because we're poor, you know. The lighting is like because we use cheap lights, you know. So I think of it like this: as long as my story gets across in this stage of my career, I'm good. The next other super fundamental technical stuff that I think once I get bigger budgets, it will fall into place.
Yeah, alright. So, if you ever needed a prop for a certain scene, would you first try to find one online or something, or try to buy it? Would you try to make one your own and try to get it how you would want it?
Right. Well, that depends upon the prop, right?
Yeah.
So, depending upon the prop, I've usually gotten stuff from the dollar shop. That's the best place for beginning filmmakers. Go to the dollar shop. There's so many things you can use, and it won't rack off too much money as well. So, number one thing is go to the dollar shops. Keep your receipts. Very important. You can use them later. But yes, again, it depends upon what kind of prop you're using. Masks, again, since we're poor, we go to the dollar shop for Halloween. Try to get the best one. But here's the thing, there are certain masks, the way it's shot, you can make it look convincing. Maybe only close-ups on that particular mask. Again, a film that I did, but I haven't released yet, we had this like alien mask, but in the lighting where it's like dark, and it's like just like 2 seconds of that shot in that lighting, it kind of almost looks surreal. Obviously, if you look at it close enough, you'll see it's a mask, but you'll think for a second, wait, is that a mask? Is not? So that's what you want. So no CGI there, no close, because again, yeah, money for that, or you need to know how to make that happen.
Yeah. So, in the first ideas of the short film, are there any factors that you consider when making it that would change the creation, the overall?
Yes, absolutely yes. Which is budget,
Yeah,
right?
that's a
You
big
think,
one.
so when you think of the story, if you're thinking, this is gonna be in space where all that, but do you have a green screen? Can you do it properly? Do you have someone who's really good at post-production and color? Probably not, so dumb down that story, maybe make it in the park. You can get permit for that, it's easy, right?
Yeah.
So yes, budget is one thing that I look at, like how much would this cost? And I think of that kind of like while writing the script, it's in there in my mind, okay, this is low budget, so I'm gonna write it accordingly.
Yeah.
That's all.
So, during and after the creation of a film, do you want to get it exactly right while filming, or do you lean more heavily to post-production and editing to get it the way you really want? Or is it a mix of both?
Yeah, it's a mix of both,
Yeah.
right? Again, as long as you know what you're doing, and if you are the editor, in my case, I'm the editor, I'm the director, I'm the camera, and sound,
Yeah.
right? But I guide them, I guide people. So since I know exactly what I want, I can cater the film to my needs. Instead of doing, like, oh, I know this editor guy, he's great, sure. But when I'm editing, like, I know exactly what I want. So then the crew, they don't have to do, well, they still have to work, but like they know, like, I'm not gonna waste their time, It's like,
Yeah.
this is what I want, because I'm the editor, I do everything. So I mean, it's just the actors have to memorize their lines. That's about it.
Yeah. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Awesome.
Yeah.